Yanni, the singer, came out to say that he's waiting to sexually explore his sexuality when he gets married. So, in other words, he's still a virgin. And you know, with the songs which he does, a lot of Kenyans were like, huh? You know? They were like, is this guy for real? Ama is this guy lying? So kulikuwanga na reactions and guys were like so super shocked. And I don't know whether they're shocked because he's still a virgin. Ama inaweza kuwa ni PR. I do not know. But you know, whatever he says, that is what he said. So sijui kama Kenyans wanashangaa like it's possible to be a young man with the kind of influence that he has and he still chooses to remain a virgin until he marries. Or they are shocked because he's not as immoral as the ones who are shocked. You know, at this point, it depends. Unaweza shtuka kuzuko like, aki maybe I'm immoral. This guy is still a virgin. How? You know? But I'd say this. Naweza acha ni upload. Because honestly, kama if that is where he stands, it is not easy. It is not easy in this generation, in this time, to just decide that to wait until marriage. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. What do you think about that?
It really does. But I think for me, it's less about what he said. It's more about how people are reacting. And what is so wrong with a man? Because I think the issue is that if it's a man, if it was a woman, no one would have an issue about her proclaiming that she will stay celibate and remain a virgin until marriage. But the fact that it's a man is what has created a lot of chit chat, you know?
Yeah.
Is that, bro, you know, in our culture, like what has been propagated is that men are supposed to sow their seeds. Men are supposed to be very active. So here you have a man who is famous, very visible. Obviously, I'm sure he's not lacking in attention from women. Yeah. But yet for personal reasons, spiritual reasons, he's taken a very hard stance on this issue. So that's very applaudable. However, I think it's less about him. It's more about you who has a problem with his position.
Yeah. I feel like it's your choice. Like literally, you choose how you want to live, you know? And sidhani mtu anafai kuwa na opinion considering the fact that he's a man. Like I'm like, honestly, me, okay, he's not the first guy that I've nimesikia, but I have like people that I know who've literally taken that stand. And hata mimi mara kwanza by that, I think like 3-4 years ago ningekuwa shocked until nikakam kurealize, listen, just because you are experimenting and you know out there doing whatever it is you're doing, everyone ain't doing that. Like literally. Just because you're doing it, it doesn't mean everyone is doing it. And I think we need to have more people coming out and say such things. Ndio watu waone. By the way, there's a different way of life that people are living and there's a different choice to be made.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm curious, if you're watching the stream right now, let us know, like, what are your thoughts on a male virgin? You know? Is it something you're like, yay or nay? Are you applauding it? But again, as we said, I think as a culture, we need to, the same way we teach purity for women, I think it's also highly important to teach the same for our young men and our young boys. Because the opposite...
That's a level of self-control, which is not common.
It's not
a level
common.
of self-control. When you have women throwing themselves at you and, you know, they're like, hey, nitakupatia for free. I'm like, you know, you can get it, boy. Right. And then you choose to say no. Like, and I think I advocate for this a lot, especially when I'm talking to like young men in high schools. And I'm like, you know what? You don't have to do it because every other person is doing it, but you can choose to have a different path. You know, just take a different path and decide, you know what, by the way, I don't have to because others are. And I think this is a very good example. For me, honestly, Niko shocked, you watu wako shocked.
Yes.
When you are shocked,
I like how you put it. It's people being shocked that is shocking.